So, Assalamu alaikum, guys. How are you? And welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm going to be telling you something about Roald Dahl going solo. So, this is basically Roald Dahl's autobiography and all his encounters in life. Like, for example, when he encounters a snake, or encounters other stuff, or when he almost dies as a RAF pilot or Royal Air Force pilot. So, guys, while I was reading this book, I stumbled upon page number 193. On this page, it is written that he has an encounter with a squadron leader who says to go to a place like outside the airfield where all the battles are going on and where no plane could find him. So then he went there. And then on the next page, it says that suddenly from out of fig trees and out of the huts burst a stream of children. This surrounded my hurricane or my plane, jumping around with excitement and shouting and laughing and pointing. There must have been 40 or 50 of them all together. Then came out a tall bearded man who strode among the children and ordered them to stand away from the plane. Then Roald Dahl climbed out of the cockpit and the man came forward and shook Roald Dahl's hand. "Welcome to our little settlement," he said, speaking with a strong German accent. "I didn't think anyone knew about this," I said to the bearded man. The man smiled. "We cut down the corn ourselves and helped to roll out the strip," he said. "This is our cornfield." "But who are you and all these children?" I asked him. "We are Jewish refugees," he said. "The children are all orphans. This is our home." The man's eyes were startlingly bright. The black pupil in the center of each of them seemed to be larger and blacker and brighter than any I had ever seen, and the iris surrounding each pupil was brilliant blue. In the excitement at seeing a real-life fighter plane, the children were beginning to press right up against the aircraft, reaching out and making the elevators in the tailplane move up and down. "No, no," I cried out. "Please don't do that. Please keep away. You could damage it." Then Roald Dahl asked him, "Refugees from where? And how did you get here?" Then the old man said, "Would you like a cup of coffee?" He said, "Let's go into my hut." Then on the next page, "You seem surprised to find us," he said. The man said. "I am," I said. "I wasn't expecting to find anybody. We are everywhere," the man said. "I was confused," Roald Dahl says. "But who do you mean by we?" "Jewish refugees." I really didn't know what he was talking about. I had been living in East Africa for the past 2 years, and in those times the British colonies were parochial and isolated. "Is this your land?" I asked him. "Not yet," he said. "You mean you're hoping to buy it?" He looked at me in silence for a while. Then he said, "The land is presently owned by a Palestinian farmer, but he has given permission to live here. He has also allowed us some fields so that we can grow our own food." "So where do you go from here?" I asked him. "You and all your orphans." "We don't go anywhere," he said, smiling through his black beard. "We stay here." "Then you'll all become Palestinians," I said, "or perhaps you are that already." "No," the man said. "I do not think we will become Palestinians." "Then what will you do? You are a young man who's flying airplanes," he said, "and I do not expect to understand our problems." Then they just keep on talking, and then we come on the next page, and he says, "We need a country of our own. Even the Zulus have Zululand, but we have nothing." "You mean the Jews have no country?" "That's exactly what I mean," he said. "It's time we had one." But how in the world are you going to get yourself a country?" I asked him. "They're all occupied. Norway belongs to the Norwegians and Nicaragua belongs to the Nicaraguans. It's all the same over." "We shall see," the man said, sipping his coffee. "You could have Germany," I said brightly. "We don't want Germany," the man said. "Then which country did you have in mind?" I asked him, displaying more ignorance than ever. "If you want something badly enough," he said, "and if you need something badly enough, you can always get it." So as you can see in this book, the Jewish refugee is saying himself that the land was owned by the Palestinian, but now you can see Israel. They're just taking over the land forcefully and are terrorists. The world needs to know and understand this. And this book is written by a British person, not a Muslim. Roald Dahl was British. Free Palestine.